My son handed me water, but the day before, I found out he took a big life policy on me, so I sat there, staring at the glass, my mind racing with questions like, why would he do that? Is he expecting something to happen to me? I felt a mix of confusion and concern, but decided to talk to him without jumping to conclusions, calling him into the living room after dinner that night. He came in looking nervous, and I took a deep breath, asking, Son, I got a letter from the insurance company today. It says you took out a life insurance policy on me. A large one. I was wondering why you did that. He looked at me with wide eyes, then smiled, saying, Dad, I did it because I want to make sure that if anything happens to you, Mom and the kids are taken care of. You know, financially secure. I don't want them to struggle if something happens to you. I was taken aback, realizing my initial suspicion was wrong. It was an act of love, and I felt a wave of emotion, seeing my son, barely out of his teens, thinking about the future and protecting his family. It was both heartwarming and a little scary to see how grown-up he had become. I asked why he didn't tell me earlier, and he shrugged, saying, Dad, I didn't want to worry you. I know you're healthy, but you never know what can happen. I just wanted to be prepared. And besides, I'm paying for it myself out of my savings. I was even more surprised, asking, You're paying for it yourself? With your own money? He nodded. Yes, Dad. I wanted to do this on my own. I've been saving up for it. My throat tightened with emotion. My son, whom I still saw as a kid, was taking on adult responsibilities, thinking about things I hadn't considered, and I realized I had underestimated him, feeling proud as I hugged him, saying, Thank you, son. This means a lot to me. I'm proud of you for thinking ahead. He hugged me back, relieved, saying, I just want to make sure everything is okay, Dad. You know, just in case. And we sat there talking about life, family, and the future, sharing stories like when my own father passed away and how his policy helped us, appreciating what my son was doing now. As we talked, I realized this was a teaching moment for both of us. I needed to think more about securing my family's financial well-being, something I had put off, thinking there was plenty of time, but my son's actions showed it's never too early to prepare. The next day, I called my friend, an insurance agent, and he explained life insurance's importance, walking me through options like term life, which is cheaper and covers for 10 or 20 years, whole life, more expensive but lifelong with cash value, and universal life, flexible and also building cash value. For now, I thought term life with $500,000 coverage for 20 years would suffice, covering the kids until college and giving my wife security, but I also considered getting policies for her, a stay-at-home mom, whose role is invaluable, planning to discuss it further. Thankful my son started this conversation, hoping to set a good example, and encouraging all parents to talk about life insurance, get the coverage they need, and ensure their loved ones are taken care of, because in the end, that's what matters most, taking care of each other, today and tomorrow.